Hello, and welcome to another Precision Flyer Repairs video. This one's rather impromptu, but I thought I'd make it before these two units get boxed up and returned to their owner, as a customer provided me two post-war American Flyer 466 Comets to repair. This one was reported as having an erratically performing reverse unit. As it turned out, the reverse unit was just trying to make a motor that was bathed in black constant velocity joint grease, under which there was a layer of green petrified previous lubrication prior to the CV joint grease that got applied, I guess, in hopes of remedying its issues. So that, of course, got a thorough cleaning and tune-up, and some worn wheels replaced and so forth. And now it's running just fine, and I'm happy for the opportunity to get that ready for the owner to enjoy again. This one was DOA as having been stored away for many years, and it required a thorough motor disassembly, rebuild, and tune-up, and the reverse unit attended to. It too had a solid metal wheel that was loose on an axle, and some pull-more wheel rearrangement to make, but now also running well. It's really pretty remarkable how much fun you can have with these single power truck PA units. Of course, the dual power PA units are, I guess you'd say, double the fun, but still you can have a good time with these single power units when they're in fine tune as well. So my layout does not accommodate running two conventional engines at the same time very easily, and I'm not going to attempt to do that while also making a video. The challenge is this section of track between these two switches. It's actually powered by the side of the 30B, which powers the up and over trestle section, but it's part of both loops. It's part of that upper up and over loop, and it's also part of the lower flat loop. So therefore you can see what the challenge is with conventionally run trains in terms of switch throwing and timing. Now if you have DMCC or Legacy or Flyer Chief trains, of course it's not that big a problem. You just leave power to everything and control the trains independently. But anyway, without any further ado, I thought I'd just run the one and then park it and pull the other one out and run it briefly for you to see them, like I said, before they get returned to the owner to enjoy in their layout. And there we go. They're quite spirited, as you can see, and we're running at maybe 12 volts or so here. I'm not going to pull them up to their full speed because I'd hate to see them live up to their namesake, American Flyer, as if they get going too fast, they might be tempted to prove. But quite a lot of fun, winding around smoothly, heading down the straights, high greens all the way. So there we have the one as it travels around. Now if you can indulge me here, I'm going to throw it up onto the lower upper section of track and then pause it up there in neutral. We'll just get it up there and pause it as it gets around to the top of the bridge. There we go. Now we'll just leave it in neutral and power that section down a wee bit. And here's the voltmeter that shows you both loops in terms of what power there is. The lighting's too bright for you to read the dial. I'm terribly sorry about that. But anyway, now what we can do, of course, is bring the other one out. Love these American Flyer switches, the way they were directional in terms of applying power to a train. And we can tone it down. It'll bring this one out and around, and off she goes. You can see that shared section there. The power was turned down a little bit for that. Now, of course, we got to set this one straight. And she comes back into field of view. And there's its sister engine zooming along with the mixed freight to be sure all of its content gets delivered on time. And off she goes. I love the chrome finish. I think they only did that one year, 1953. And when it looks like new, it's incredible, of course. But that was the problem. They soon found it was rather short-lived. Didn't stay in great shape all that well for everybody. And so it was a good idea at the time and while it lasted. But they went back to the silver paint, which was more durable. The chrome plating process on plastic is a tricky one, but especially back in 1953 when they were pretty much, I'd say, experimenting with the process. But anyway, she can get up and go. And no time lost here with trying to get the fast freight going up to its name. All right. Well, thanks very much for joining me on this Comet journey. And thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, the bell, and the word all. And in the meantime, till next time, be well and have fun running your trains.